Welcome to Motorcycling's Greatest Liar. Being proficient liars, we're going to tell you a bunch of lies, amongst which there are some hidden truths. Your task is to work out which are the blatant lies and which are the golden truths. First, you'll need a pen and paper so you can write down the facts that you believe are true. Now, I'll start off with this example so you know how these little challenges work. For the first great lie, we'll look at the history of Honda motorcycles. Remember, there are 4 truths in this piece. Here we go. The man who started Honda motorcycles was attracted to motorcycles because a motorcycle is great for getting to the front of queues quicker, even if it does terrify the other people in the post office. The first motorcycle Soichi Honda made, he made out of wood, and that included the engine. Sadly, it wouldn't start. So Mr. Honda got a bicycle instead and added a 50cc war surplus radio generator to it just to make sure it always had working turn signals. The bike didn't have any brakes because it never went fast enough for you to need to stop it. The Honda man sold lots of these motorcycles to radio newsmen so the news reporters could get to where the news was happening and use the radio generator to broadcast with. One time, one of the news reporters was covering the story of a stray donkey on the freeway when the donkey came up and kicked the reporter off his motorcycle. That donkey was a real badass. The first Honda motorcycles that were made always had perfectly made seats. This was because Mr. Honda had had trouble with his ring in the past and didn't want to repeat the experience. After a while, Mr. Honda started building his own engine. He called it the Bata Bata engine, because of the sound the engine made and because most of the sales were made by bartering with the customer. The first motorcycle with frame and motor completely made by Honda went so fast for its time that they called it the Nightmare. 10 years later, Honda got so tired of people falling off their motorcycles that they added another 2 wheels to their motorcycle and made a compact sports car with belt-driven wheels. But because the customers got tired of their pants falling down, Honda fitted chain drive to the rear wheels. That way the customer could wear his belt and not cause consternation when stopped by a traffic cop. The first advertising slogan from Honda was, "We make motorcycles that prove that adrenaline is brown." And now, let's see how good you were at finding the truths. Soichiro Honda built and sold improvised motorized bicycles using a supply of 500 2-stroke 50cc Tohatsu war surplus radio generator engines. Secondly, Mr. Honda's company had had a bad experience with his ring. His company had won a contract to supply piston rings to Toyota, but lost the contract due to the poor quality of their product. Thirdly, the first engine that Honda built was called the Bata Bata engine because of its sound. And lastly, the second production car from Honda was the S500 sports car, which had chain-driven rear wheels thanks to Honda's motorcycle origins. Well, if you've had fun with this little challenge, there are some more on YouTube for you to try. Thanks and goodbye.